Ho, ho, ho to all the people out there. All the beautiful people out there. Welcome to another episode of Ta1k on the podcast. On this podcast, we spell talk with the one instead of an L because on this podcast, we always keep it 100. All right, let's talk about it. Merry Christmas. As y'all see, I got my Christmas gear on today. The Grinch Mamba. All right, Merry Christmas to you, and you. Safe travels if y'all are traveling out there before and after Christmas. If you're going to travel for Christmas and stay all the way to New Year's, be careful and be safe, especially for New Year's. I'm going to have another episode before New Year's. But until then, y'all be safe with what's going on right now in the holiday season. It is Christmas time. Okay, one of the best times in the world, in my opinion. It used to be one of the best times in the world. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Christmas has not hit the same. Really for the past, say I'm 30 now, like really for the past 5 to 7 years, really past 5 years, it really just haven't hit the same for me. Now I do get excited more for like, if I'm getting gifts for like my wife or my mom or especially my kids, getting gifts for them and seeing their faces, you know, be excited. And I still get excited with that now, but it's just like for myself, I just haven't felt the Christmas spirit in a long ass time, man. And I think, I saw someone on Instagram about this, and shout out to I cannot remember the name. Matter of fact, I didn't get the name of the lady who posted this on Instagram. But if y'all know who she is, tag her in this in the comment section. I saw a lady on Instagram talk about how it's just way different now because us as the new parents, we wanted to give our kids everything that they didn't, that we didn't have. You know what I'm saying? And so that's for everyday life. So really, throughout the years, they always get gifts at least once a month, and but it used to be like we only get gifts on birthdays, maybe a Valentine's Day gift to say, "Hey, you're loved and appreciated." And then comes to Christmas, your birthday, then Christmas. You know what I'm saying? So, you didn't get a lot of stuff for your birthday, and you back in the day it used to be, all right, you got this for your birthday, then Christmas coming up, you don't get this other present. And so it was the matter of waiting. And we didn't have it, or our parents didn't have it like that. Like we kind of have, we're spoiling our kids now to where, like, to be honest, think about it like now, I can go out to a Walmart or any grocery store, H-E-B or King Supers, Kroger. I can go to any one of those stores and get a prepaid smartphone for like $20 just to keep my kid quiet. You know what I'm saying? Put YouTube on it, get some Wi-Fi on it. Like, as long as I got the stuff that they need, that's how easy it is now versus it wasn't that easy back then. Like, you have to pay big money to get those technology to keep us quiet. So what it was for us, we had to entertain ourselves or go over to cousin's house, go over to auntie's house or whoever and entertain ourselves. And like, we didn't have it to where you just, like, I literally can pull out any technology device within my house just to give to my son. If I really want him to be quiet, or I really want him to yo, you wilding out. I know you want some technology right now, huh? Just take this. Like right now, I even got my phone with me on hand, my other phone with me on hand. So there'll be times I literally just, here you go, take that and get out of my face. Cause everybody's overwhelmed. All parents are going to be overwhelmed, but you're going to be overwhelmed, period. As a person, grown person, got bills, got jobs, all this shit. So you're overwhelmed, and then they're all in your face crying and doing this, asking questions. Yo, just get out of my face, right? So I think it's a good and bad thing. The good thing is we lived up to our promise as the parents. Like, we wanted to give our kids everything we didn't have. But the problem is, like, we're giving our kids everything we didn't have. So right now, my daughter is 7 years old, and like, anything she wants or anything she asks for, she gets it. So at this point, you got everything. Like now, recently, like we went to actually before this episode, we went to the grocery store because I'm going to cook dinner tonight. So we went to the grocery store, and she saw me buy sodas. So she saw me buy the little mini Sprites and the mini Cokes. I like to get the mini ones, kind of like, so we want so much soda intake because I can drink soda all day. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but yeah, I try to limit my soda intake, so I get the mini one. And she saw me get those, and then I pulled up to a gas station to get what I need to get. And first thing she said, "Hey, can you give me a Sprite?" I'm thinking in my head like, dude, you just saw me get Sprites, and then I came back to the car. I didn't say nothing. I was like, all right, whatever. And I went to the store, and I literally was about to pick up the Sprite, and I was like, wait, I just bought Sprite, and I put it back. I got back to the car, she said, hey, do you get my Sprite? Like, no, remember I just bought a whole case of Sprite, there's many cases of Sprite. She was like, oh yeah, I forgot. Like, no, you're just so spoiled, and I'm guilty of doing that. Yes, I'm not going to sit here and say no and say try to be a hypocrite about it. I'm guilty of spoiling her that much, of like whatever she wants, I really give it to her. And that's our problem as low-key the newer parents. We want to give our kids everything that we didn't have. And then grandparents don't help at all. My mom don't help. If I would be like, no, I'm not going to do this, and all of a sudden it's there at the house, like, I said I wasn't going to get this. Why did you? It's hard raising your kids, and it's hard raising your parents as well. Parents don't listen just like your kids. Okay, they tell them one thing, you probably shouldn't do that, and then they do it anyway. Well, I tried to tell you. Parents don't listen. Just like the kids don't listen. I'm raising two sets of kids at this point. A parent, my mom, and my daughter. I'm raising them. And sometimes my wife is thrown in the mix. She's the middle child. All right, so it's hard raising them, okay? But yeah, that's what I think about for sure. The Christmas spirit is just not the Christmas spirit like it used to be. But we try our best to put in the Christmas spirit, do different stuff. We got actually a couple of games we're going to be playing tonight. I don't think we're going to open. You know how we used to, it was so many presents, you open one at midnight and then you open the rest in the morning. Like, we don't even, like I said, my kids got everything they want. It's like, it's hard to really pick out stuff, so we got a few things, so they just going to open up everything tomorrow. So that's what it is. But we still try to get in the holiday spirit. One thing that I did over the weekend, my mom and my stepdad actually went to Atlanta for Christmas. Merry Christmas to y'all. Merry Christmas to everybody, all the family in Atlanta. I'm going to FaceTime actually them later on. But shout out to all y'all that's in Atlanta, all my family. I wish I could be there, but until next time, and then we'll plan another big family trip. Probably for Atlanta. I love Atlanta. Atlanta's one of my favorite cities. St. Louis is my favorite city, but Atlanta is like top 2. Maybe it's number 2, if you want me to be honest. But yeah, shout out to all of y'all. I wish I can be there, but you know how it is. But yeah, one thing we did before they left, actually last Saturday, we actually had a family brunch at my mom's house. So we ate, we played games, opened a few gifts, had some gag gifts that everybody got for each other. And then, yeah, it was all the total cool vibe watching football games, watching the football games play out, college football playoffs. And me and my stepdad was literally, if we wasn't playing the game or if we wasn't kind of having to tune into everything else, we were watching football. And so it was me and him really just all day just watching football. Right. And then, so we had hella games. So we played, it's like musical chairs, but with candy canes around the table. You put the candy canes on the table, and you go and you scrimp. And then when the music stops, you try to get a candy cane. Just like I said, musical chairs, but with candy canes. We had you had to blow the cotton balls off of the cups and then stack the cups, and you win the game. It was a good amount of games we had played, but it was all fun and games, man. It was all cool. We ate good, had fun, spent time with family, and then people who had to leave, they had to leave. My auntie left, my mom and stepdad left, and yeah, it's gonna be just us for Christmas this year, and it's cool. Oh, one thing that we did also at our family brunch, and I want to get you guys' take on this. Okay, one thing that my mom kind of does. She always has little side adventures at like all my parties. Like she probably print out a game or something. But it's like the past Thanksgiving and Christmas thing we did. She's had a crossword puzzle, holiday crossword puzzle, and she hangs it up random, and people go up there and try to find words and have fun with it. All right. So I want to get you guys' opinion because I got judged a little bit. Okay, so I'm looking at my stepdad and then a couple more kids all at the crossword puzzle. So I walk up to it, and my stepdad is over there, circling the words. I walk up to him on circling the words. I'm like, and I got excited because I got excited because I haven't really did a crossword puzzle in a while, and I looked at it and I never really seen nobody in my family do a crossword puzzle, like nobody. And then when I looked, I saw him doing the circles. I got kind of excited. I was like, "Yo, you do circles on the crossword puzzle too?" And he was like, yeah. And then it was another couple of people who was over there, some guests. They looked at us weird, like, y'all do circles? And I was like, wait, you do the straight lines? Like, yeah, look better. And I'm just like, yo, I guess I'm the weird one. So let me know in the comment section. I'm actually I ask you guys this question: do you when you're doing a crossword puzzle, no matter what kind of crossword puzzle it is, when you do a crossword puzzle, do you circle the words on the page or do you draw a line through it? Some people like the circle, some people like the line. Now I get it, the line it looks more professional, more clean, and all that. But the circles, I just like the circles, man. The circles I just got used to it, and I start doing it. Now, me personally, I pick circles. Now, but if somebody already started a crossword puzzle and they did the lines, I just follow suit. Like I'm not ignorant, but I'm ignorant. I love the circles. Let me know in the comment section. Are you a person who does, when you do a crossword puzzle, are you drawing the circles on it when you find a word, or do a straight line through it? You know, am I weird because I like the circles? I got called weird as fuck, and like I was a psychopath. Like I don't know, like sometimes, but it is what it is. It was still a good all around. It was still a good turnout, a good function. I had fun, all in all. Being with family and doing all of this period is always fun. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of people have your Christmas traditions of like they do this with their family or do that with their family, or they may watch a certain movie with their family. We don't really have as per se Christmas tradition, but we do like try to, especially for the people who are around, we try to get together and do some family stuff and then like make that a tradition. Let me know in the comment section. Do you guys have any Christmas traditions out there? I know a lot of people who like their Christmas traditions, like they got to get with certain people every year at this certain date, at this certain time, and they got to watch The Christmas Story or The Polar Express or The Grinch. You know what I'm saying? They just got to watch these movies every year, and it's like, it's not like a superstition. It's more a tradition, like something that you just do every year, make you feel comfortable, and it makes you that. I'm not gonna lie, if I probably can make up some Christmas traditions with the kids and shit, maybe I would get more into Christmas and maybe get hype about Christmas, ready for it to come. But a lot of times I just be ready for my birthday. Then as soon as my birthday hit, I know Christmas is right, and Thanksgiving and Christmas is right after that. So that's why I kind of get excited, because it's my birthday. But I want to get excited for Christmas like I used to be. I used to be so excited for Christmas, couldn't wait. I used to go to sleep early on Christmas Eve just so I can wake up and open presents. The joy of getting video games back then for Christmas was, because it was so nice. Like the very joy of getting a video game for Christmas back in the day, because you used to go, as soon as you get it, man, you was hyped for it, and you're playing that game for hours, days. You don't go to sleep. Like it's been plenty of Christmases I didn't go, or like right after Christmas, like the 25th, the end of the 25th, 26th, 27th, I didn't go to sleep. I was playing the game, having fun. All right. Hey, to all my 2K players, all my Call of Duty players, all my I don't want to say Call of Duty. Maybe. Okay, we'll say Call of Duty and Fortnite. 2K players, Madden players, every player that plays every game. Guess what? On Christmas, you don't think about it, okay? Because everybody's kind of up to date. So everybody's spoiled with being up to date, right? Technology and wise. But there's people out there that don't have the 2Ks, that don't have the Maddens, that don't have the Call of Duties or the Fortnites, that don't have a gaming console, period. And they're going to get their first one on Christmas. And it's people out there that still don't have the PlayStation 5. It's going to be somebody out there that gets their PlayStation 5 for the first time on this Christmas. You can say they're late or whatever. You're not late. Okay, not everybody has it like that. Not everybody can get it like that. Not everybody knows about it like that, and that's fine. But for the gamers who do know, tomorrow and the 26th are special days, because that's when that people first get their console, first get their game, and then you're going to see all the newbies online, and that's when we take advantage. I'm not going to lie to y'all. That is a shitty way to think about it, but hey, if you gonna give me that edge, I'm going to take it. Okay, on this day, I see clearly. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just cash in my money in the bank on these young motherfuckers, or these new motherfuckers that's going to be on the game, and I'm about to go ham. I'm about to go, you know what? I'm going to stream the next 2 days of video games, especially on 2K. I'm about to fuck motherfuckers up, bro. It's about to be unfucking fair. Unfair. I swear to God. Okay? So y'all get ready. All of my 2K players, Madden players, Call of Duty players, Fortnite players, Battlefield players, all of the above players, whatever game you play, get ready, because literally Christmas Day, somebody out there is getting a new system, a new console, a new game, and they're gonna be brand new to the system, brand new to online, and it's your chance to fuck them up. Welcome. We've been waiting on you. We've been expecting you. But yeah, man. I know it's Christmas traditions, man. Let me know in the comment section too. Christmas traditions. Any Christmas traditions that you guys have? Do you guys have to meet up with family, watch a movie, eat, drink, have a holiday smoke session? Anything under the ordinary that you guys like to do? Let me know in the comment section. I would love to know. Love to know and find out. What's a Christmas movie that you guys watch? Okay, so this is going to be my confession. I think I said this last year, but I can't remember. But my confession is I've never seen A Christmas Story. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. I've never seen A Christmas Story. Now, this is the thing about me not watching movies. It's a lot of movies out there I have not watched. And y'all would, a lot of, in the black community, y'all would be like, yo, how do you have a black card? Okay, but it's a lot of movies I haven't watched out there. But the amount of time I'm on the internet, especially doing the podcast and everything, and I'm on Twitter all the time, Instagram all the time. Well, no, I'm not. I'm on more Instagram than Twitter, but Facebook and Instagram all the time. Sometimes Twitter, TikTok. Like the fact that I'm on there all the time, and I have to post and I have to see what's going on with the world. I see all the videos and I see all the memes and I see everything associated with those movies. And so I haven't seen the movies, but I kind of can get the concept of what they're about because of all the clips I've seen and all the other stuff. I've just seen so many clips of movies that I haven't watched. I feel like I watched that movie because just from the clips. And everybody's attention span is so shit now. So like getting me to sit through a movie is kind of hard. But yeah, man, like A Christmas Story, I never watched A Christmas Story. We were just talking about, and I watched this movie, but I haven't watched it in a long time. 8 Crazy Nights, the Adam Sandler animated movie, Christmas movie. Jennifer! You don't like the way I live my life, Jennifer? Dude, so that one, I watched that one, but I haven't seen A Christmas Story. Polar Express is my favorite Christmas movie, by far. I can watch that all day. Me being a person of sound, and I love music, and I love sound and speakers and sound bars and all that shit. I got me a sound bar, so anytime that I really want to, I'm by myself, I crank up my sound bar to 1,000. My bass is bumping like a movie theater, and I play the Polar Express. And see those scenes where the train is coming, you just hear my house. I get excited like I'm a little kid. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's why Polar Express is one of my favorite movies. Found out actually this morning when I was on Instagram this morning that Tom Hanks was the voice of the little boy. I knew he was the voice of the conductor, and I knew he was the voice of the hobo. But I didn't know he was the voice of the little boy and the voice of Santa Claus, and he was the voice of somebody else, the dad. I'm like, damn, this man played damn near everybody in the whole movie, and he did fantastic. Tom Hanks is underrated. Not underrated as far as like we don't know who he is and we don't acknowledge him. Underrated as far as why is he not talked about as one of the GOATs of film? The GOAT of film. Think about any movie Tom Hanks is a part of, is a part of us. And it's a part of history. Toy Story, part of history. Tom Hanks was a part of that. Polar Express, like I just said, part of history of all-time Christmas movie. Tom Hanks is part of that. Castaway. Everybody knows about Castaway. At least I think a majority of people know about Castaway. Wilson! GOAT movie. Part of our lives, right? Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump is a movie I like to watch around the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas. I don't know why. Don't get me started. Don't get me lying. I just like to watch that movie. It felt like it's a holiday movie, but it's not. But classic. Okay, a part of our history, part of us, classic movie. He played Mr. Rogers in Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. That Mr. Rogers is a classic person. It is a iconic person, and Tom Hanks played him. Great. Tom Hanks should be talked about as one of the greatest of all time when it comes to film. Tom Hanks has a lot of films that are just fantastic. Some films, now every film is not good, but majority of his films, fantastic. That's not a Tom Hanks film that I can think of that just was really just terrible or just bad. Most of his films that I can think about are all, they're part of us. They're part of history. They're classic films. They're great films. Tom Hanks deserves flowers. Now, before he's dead and gone, he deserves flowers. Tom Hanks is probably one of the best actors out there. And we talking about all of it, from Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Denzel Washington, Michael B. Jordan now, Samuel Jackson, a lot of them. Dude, Tom Hanks is up there. And I'm happy to say that because I love Tom Hanks, man. I think he's one of the best. I think he's one of the best to ever do it. Should be looked at as one of the best to ever do it. Oh, person I just said it a minute ago, Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler is one of the best to ever do it too. Adam Sandler definitely deserves credit for everything that he does. But, I mean, he gets the credit. It's just he deserves more credit. And the fact that he's not bougie, the fact that he's not over the top, and he just literally himself, that's what makes it so much greater. Because, like, Adam Sandler did it the right way. He makes movies. Cast is basically just his friends. You see the same people in the same movies, different roles, but you'll see the same people in the same movies, and it's good because like you keep it within. You don't branch out. It means your friends are cool with whatever you're paying them, and they're cool with whatever storyline you bring to them, whatever idea, and you probably listen to their ideas to put into the films. Dude, I think it's a fantastic idea, a fantastic thing to have, and I think Adam Sandler has done that for himself and his friends. Put yourself on that pedestal, and I like it. I love it. I appreciate it. I want to be like that someday. You know what I'm saying? Get my own shit and make my own production company and get my friends to cast and my superstar friends to cast in. Because it ain't like he just got his random friend. Like, dude, Chris Rock, funny as hell. David Spade, funny as hell. Kevin James, funny as hell. Like, all the people that he gets for his films are hilarious. Like, dude, like, they are funny. Right? So yeah, all those people deserve flowers, but for sure, Adam Sandler, for sure, Tom Hanks, they deserve flowers right now before anything happens. And then when people are dead and gone, you want to say, "Oh, we're gonna give them their flower. We remember it." Like, you should do that while they're alive. Period. All right. Speaking of comedians, like I said a minute ago, I'm always on Instagram and Facebook a lot of times. YouTube too, because I'm posting videos, I'm on my videos, seeing the comments, reacting to comments, loving the comments. I never hate a comment. I always love, even the hate comments, I never hate them. I love reading them, actually, because shit, at that point, because at that point, if you gonna do what you gonna do, and that's making music, making content, making videos, doing podcasts, whatever it is, you're going to have criticism. You're going to have negative criticism. You're going to have people out there that people going to be probably on this video, man, your hat crooked as hell. You look weird and you just sound weird, all of that. Man, it don't bother me. You know why? Because I'm the one doing it. If it bothers you so bad, go make a video or go do your own thing. But people are not. People just want to complain. People love to complain. People have to complain. That's the reason why you're never going to see a restaurant out here with completely all 5 stars. You're going to see 4.9, 4.8. You're never going to see 5. Somebody is going to complain. Okay, it goes for the same with movies. Rotten Tomatoes, right? You're going to see 70%, 60-something%. Oh, this movie was terrible. You go to watch the movie yourself. This movie was good. I don't know what that person was talking about. It just is what it is. Okay, so if you're going to do something, in which I do, I love the comments. So if you're going to do something, always remember that people are going to criticize you. So don't get too bad on it. And don't quit because somebody said something. Please don't. That's the last thing you want to do. That's what makes me go hard. I love seeing negative comments. I'm like, okay, well, let me post another video that's kind of like this, and I'm going to probably tag you in it. Just saying. But like I was saying, getting back on topic, this is the reason not even the reason. Well, most of the time when I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, I'm only doing my my videos and looking at my comments and looking at everything, right? But the moment I get on there, I'm always seeing videos from Trey Rags and what's his name? Tony Statovic. Tony Statovic. I want to say that's how you say his last name. Please forgive me because I love you, Tony. Tony, you're one of my favorite internet comedians out there, dog. And Trey Rags and him, you know what? Tony Statovic and Trey Rags, I would love, because we got the verses for music. Let's just do a verses for Trey Rags and Tony Statovic for like just video for video, man. On the verses, because both of them dudes be having me holding my stomach. I be crying on both of their videos. Trey Rags is probably the most, when it comes to literally like, really both of them. When it comes to like literally seriousness, them being serious is hilarious. And then on top of it, the topics that they pick for their video, it's like I'm in my head, I get mad. I'm like, yo, who the fuck thinks like I thought about doing this, but I didn't because I didn't think nobody else would get it. And then the fact that I see them do the video, I'm like, oh my God, like, is it really more people out there just like, maybe we're all some type of form of autistic, maybe we're all some types of form of just not all the way there, you know what I mean? We all got the same problems, man, because their videos speak volume to me all the time. All their videos speak values to me. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, verses. We need a verses with Trey Rags and Tony Statovic. Man, I need both of them in the verses right now because both of them are funny as hell, and I will forever ever be watching their videos and love their content. Hope I'm saying his name right, and if not, you can cancel me right now, brother. I'm sorry. All right. Merry Christmas to everybody. Okay. We got shit going on. Basketball, of course. The NBA is always going to be the go-to for Christmas for me. Thanksgiving, football got Thanksgiving. All right, but Christmas is always NBA for me. And the NFL has tried to take that away. They got 3 NFL games on Christmas like they would do on Thanksgiving. The problem is these 3 Christmas games this year are trash. Now, not their fault because they didn't think the Chiefs was going to be this bad by this time. They didn't think they didn't think the Lions was going to be missing the playoffs around this time or potentially missing the playoffs around this time. And then on top of that, they didn't think that because what's the other game? And they didn't think the Cowboys or the Commanders was going to be this sorry about this time. So I get it. You wanted to compete with the NBA, but you gave us 3 of the shittiest games you can give us on Christmas. I'm watching basketball all day. And I'm going to have this jersey on. I'm watching basketball all fucking day. But before I get on to calling these games, let's talk about your boy DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf has been suspended for the final 2 games of the season for punching a fan in the face. DK Metcalf is going to reportedly lose out on about $450,000 and then 40 to 50 mil off guarantees is voided off his contract. It's 2 things I want to say, and it's a good and bad. The good thing is I want to say about this DK Metcalf things is thank you, DK, because I'm not thank you for not punching nobody. I don't condone violence at all. I don't like violence. Me personally, I try to stay away from violence. Anytime violence comes my way, I'll get away from it. I know how to avoid violence. I hate violence. But the fact that people think they can just come and say whatever they want and do. Yes, you bought a ticket to this game, but you're going to sit your ass down and watch this game. You can say whatever you want to. I give you that. But you better watch it because you're in the stands. You're not out here. And these are big ass people you trying to talk shit to. They will beat your ass. So I want that to be like, I want there to be consequences. If somebody's going to talk shit, talk crazy, they need to get their ass whooped by that person they're talking crazy to. I bet you they won't talk crazy no more. I bet you don't. Now, for the bad thing about it is, DK, you know better. DK, you know better. Especially with a fan, man. You know better. You lost guaranteed money, close to $50 million in guaranteed money because you wanted to be crazy. Not stupid. You wasn't stupid. You was just not thinking and going crazy in the moment, and you did what anybody else would wish they could do. You did it, but see how much you lost. When it comes down to it, and this is beyond the fans, people are going to disagree with what I say because I'm the one that's gonna I literally come on here and say how fans should respect the players. They shouldn't say certain shit. You know what not to say and what to say. to the player that can get them triggered, and you know they can't whoop your ass like they want to. So why are you even gonna just poke the bear knowing that you're gonna be saved? That sucks, right? But at the same time, this goes to me like talking from the fans and from the player standpoint. When you, as a player, when you basically sign yourself up to be in this position of playing a sport, no matter if it's basketball, football, tennis, soccer, hockey, baseball, anything to deal with sports, even the individual sports, like I said, tennis, golf, whatever it is. Once you sign yourself up to be on that gridiron and be on that court, it should always be no holds barred. Now, I get it. There is an imaginary line that you shouldn't cross when it comes to certain things that shouldn't be said, certain things that shouldn't be done. But at the same time, everybody on here that's participating are trying to win. So whatever I need to say or do to get you out of your game, that's what I need to say or do, regardless of what line has been crossed. Now, like I said, I'm a respectful person. First of all, I really don't talk shit like that. Now, I'm not going to talk shit until you talk shit first. As soon as you talk shit, I'm going to go at it. And then that's the problem. I don't shut the fuck up as soon as I talk shit. Because now you just started with me. Now I'm going to keep going. And then is the game over and I won, you're not going to hear the end of it until I don't see you anymore. Then I forgot. But you gonna hear me, right? But I'm not the one who talks shit like that. But for people who do and run their mouth, they just run in their mouth and they just talking. Now, it's a lot of shit that can be said that should not be said. And I hear the interviews all the time, especially with professional athletes. Oh, it's just certain things that you shouldn't say to a man and this and that. That's why and I don't like this. I'm like, bro, yes, you're right. It's certain things you shouldn't say to a man, but fuck that. You a man on this gridiron, on this court, you a little boy to me. And that's why I'm about to make you prove. You can say I can say whatever I want to. What you gonna do? Fight me? Kill me? Do it. On the court, do it. Because people's not gonna do it. And I get it. It can escalate to outside of the court or outside of the field if you do it right there. But that's the consequences you're going to have to take if you decide to talk shit. But that's my thing. If you're going to talk shit, stand on business. And people who are getting shit talked to, stand on business. Either talk shit back or ignore it. I get it. You really can't ignore it. It's like a fly at a fucking barbecue. It won't leave you the fuck alone. But you're going to have to keep swatting. Or if you want to talk back, talk back. But the fact that, like, it comes to shit like this. DK punching the fan because, dude, he might have said some off the wall shit. Get it? But you got to take that, bro. First of all, I'm sorry to tell you, that's a fan. You can't touch fans. Now, what you could have did, be like, go to somebody, be like, hey, man, this dude is talking crazy. I'm 2 seconds from slapping the shit out of him if he don't get out of my face. Kick him out the stadium. Then you would have solved that. Now you still would be pissed off, but still, the job has got done. It's certain things, I've learned this at an early age. It's certain things that, like, you as an individual, because you're put on that pedestal or you're a part of something that's so big that it's certain things you can't do that other people can. And you might look at it as it's unfair. But at the same time, like, you put yourself on that pedestal and you hold yourself accountable to certain standards. I hold myself accountable to certain standards for myself, and I carry myself a certain way to where people look at that and take that as an example. And when I start to act out of character, I'm like, I might think about, oh, I want to try this. I want to do this. I feel like doing this today. People literally say something to me about it. And then I try to be like, okay, I'm listening. Sometimes I want to retaliate, like, dude, what the fuck are you tripping at me for? Look at this person not doing it. What about them? You walk past 6 people to get to me to tell me the little shit I'm doing versus the big shit they fucking you over. But it's not about them. I set myself up for a standard. People look up to me for that standard. So DK, people look up to you as a standard. Big ass motherfucking dude that plays wide receiver, and it's very nice and it's very cool, calm and collective. Never really seen you act like that. Yes, people are going to be on your head about that. Because we are so used to you being so much different. And it sucks because, well, what about such and such? What about such and such? It's not about them. It's about you right now. You did this. And I get it. It sucks. But it is what it is. It's just the way that the world that we live in and the way that you got to really live out throughout this bullshit. And I hate it and I get it and it sucks. But it is what it is. So with that being said, I am disappointed in the actions that took place, but I am happy for maybe some fans are going to calm down. Hopefully. Maybe not. Maybe some fans will, ooh, they get in trouble like this. Maybe the next fan is going to heckle somebody else the next game. I hate it, but it's going to be what it is. DK, I hope you learn your lesson, and I hope that you can hire somebody to be in the stands to fucking punch people who's talking crazy. That's the best thing to do right now. But till next time, hey, you just got to live and learn, brother. But I'm still a fan of DK. Don't get me wrong. I don't look at DK Metcalf no different. He just made a crazy mistake that any one of us would make if we was in that position. Probably sooner than that. We never know. Okay. All right. Last week, like I said in the beginning of the show, last week I was over at my mom's crib and we had our family brunch. Right? And we was watching football. Me and my stepdad were really watching football. All right. First of all, shout out to one of my people that was at my mom's house. His name is Sal. Okay. He said something diabolical I've never heard nobody say. Okay, we was watching the Miami and Texas A&M game, and he's a Miami fan. So we sitting there, and he's all into the game. Like, I'm watching the game, I'm into it, but he's into it. You know, Miami's playing. So we sitting there watching. He's all into it, this and that. And then once they what was it? Once they got that pick, or it was either they scored the touchdown or they got the pick. I can't remember which one. But once he did that, he was like, "Yep, yeah," like sending their ass home. We got to send their ass home, and then I was like, "Damn," just like laughing. And he was like, "Yeah, we about to send their ass right to basketball season." I was like, "Oh shit, I ain't never heard that." That shit had me crying. I said, damn, send y'all ass to basketball season. They get the fuck up out of here. I wish I knew that sentence when I was playing football in high school, because I would have said that. I would have said that to Lexington after we beat them my junior year. Send y'all ass to basketball season. Get the fuck up out of my face, man. Hey, that would have been funny. But all in all, man, that Texas A&M Miami game was good. Now, everybody who is not, if you're not a football fan, it's cool. Just say, I love to see touchdowns. I want to see points. Cool. You're not really a football fan. Real football fans loved that Texas Miami game because it was straight defense. If you love, you got to love every part of the game. Offense, defense, and special team. You can't just love touchdowns. You can't just love throwing the ball. You got to love every part of the game. It's all counts. So, I love the game. But I get it. We're going to look at Tulane. We're going to look at James Madison. They shouldn't have been in. James Madison put up a better fight than Tulane. I would say that. But we're going to look at it and say, look, this is why they shouldn't be here and this and that. I get it. You can have all the arguments you want. I'm going to keep saying this. Win the games. Vanderbilt, win the games. Texas, win the games. Notre Dame, win the game. If you win games, you wouldn't have to, or go into a conference, you wouldn't complain about not being in there. Then you're going to sit here and say, look, we are better than Tulane. We're better than James Madison. It don't matter. You didn't win the games. And let's just say this. Let's just say Notre Dame did win the games and got there. What if you're the one that lost to Ole Miss or lost to Oregon? Then what? You still lost? Well, it would have been a better game. It's still a L. It's still a L. So what's the point? What's the point of arguing? We want to see the best teams, but you know for a fact, out of the best teams, Notre Dame versus Oregon, we know Oregon is the better team. Notre Dame versus Ole Miss, we know Ole Miss is the better team. So they was going to lose regardless. So what's the point? What's the point of complaining? Because you saw blowouts. So what? Reward the people who win the games, which they did. James Madison, Tulane got college football playoff spots. Now guess what? People see them on TV in a playoff game. You got that young kid to be like, "Oh, I can go there and we can win the championship. I can go there and we can win the championship." It's a far-fetched dream, but it can happen. Give those kids hope. Give those schools hope. And I enjoyed it. Okay, I love the Alabama-Oklahoma game. Now that should have been the night game on Saturday, in my opinion, but it is what it is. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all the games that they had. I enjoyed, like I said, the Alabama-Oklahoma game. I enjoyed that. The Miami-Texas A&M game. I enjoyed it. Even though we was whooping ass in James Madison, I still enjoyed the game. Now I turned it off. I'm not going to lie. Because I ended up watching something else was going on. I can't remember, but I ended up watching that, and it was kind of crazy. Yeah, but it is what it is. Now in the next round of games, we got the Cotton Bowl, Orange Bowl, Rose Bowl, and Sugar Bowl. That's going to be the next wave of games. This is okay. So this is what I got a problem with. I don't like that we have those BCS bowl games as part of the playoffs. Now, they do generate money, and they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop the bowl games. I just want them to stop the bowl games in the playoffs. Now, what I would like to happen is, let's take those BCS bowl games like the Cotton Bowl, Orange Bowl, Rose Bowl, Sugar Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, and the Peach Bowl. Let's take all those bowls out of the playoffs. Okay? And let's just have regular playoffs. So in the next round, like in the next round, it will be Texas Tech traveling, or Oregon traveling to Texas Tech, and it will be Miami traveling to Ohio State, Alabama traveling to Indiana, Ole Miss traveling to Georgia. It makes it more realistic because in playoffs, you got to actually go to these teams and play them. The only time that it should be neutral is when it comes to the Final Four. And when the Final Four happens, you can do the Field Four. You know what I'm saying? Like the Final Four for basketball. Have the Final Four. Make that its own thing. But with the rest of the bowls, all those Orange Bowls, Cotton Bowls, and all the other bowls, take those out of the playoffs and save those for the remaining ranked teams that didn't get into the playoffs. Have them have something to play for. I guarantee you, even if Notre Dame knew they was not going to go to the playoffs, but the fact was like, okay, you didn't make the playoffs, but you're going to be in the Rose Bowl and you're going to play Texas. Imagine Texas versus Notre Dame, or Texas versus Vanderbilt in a Rose Bowl or in a Cotton Bowl, Fiesta Bowl. Keep those bowls, like keep the tradition of those bowl games good. Remember when it was only number 1 and number 2 to compete for the national championship? And then all the other bowl games like the Fiesta Bowl, like the Rose Bowl, they were still great because we had other ranked teams. That's what we need. We need the national championship by itself, and then these other bowl games need to be, because it sucks that we have to wait another week before we can see these games, when in reality, they played the playoffs on Saturday. They need to play it this Saturday. They don't need to wait another 3 days for a second round playoff game. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And so I'd say, this is me. I know they're not going to take him out of the playoffs, but if you want to be more, if you want to have more competition, and if you want teams like Notre Dame or Vanderbilt or Texas who are bummed that they missed the playoffs, but you still want them to continue to play for something, take these bowl games out of the playoffs and actually put them back as their own bowl games again. Dude, I guarantee you, a Cotton Bowl between Vanderbilt and Texas, that would have been a good Cotton Bowl game. Or Rose Bowl game between Notre Dame and Texas, or any one of the teams that's left out there, and the teams that got left out. BYU in a Sugar Bowl or something, or in the Fiesta Bowl. Dude, I just think that take these fucking bowl games out of the playoffs and then have the playoff bracket as its own thing. Having these bowl, because it also makes me mad too. This is a second round. People are going to forget this is a second round game. Once you win, if you win in these second round games, right? You got confetti, you got a trophy. After a second round game, for what? We got to turn around and go play a legit game. And if you keep winning, you keep getting confetti and trophies after each win. That's not realistic. That don't happen in the NFL. In the NFL, the only neutral site game you have in the NFL is the Super Bowl. You don't have, this confetti and trophies after a playoff win, other than the conference championship. And the conference championship makes sense. And guess what? The conference championship is still at somebody's house. It's not a neutral site game. So you don't have all these neutral site games in the playoffs. It's not realistic. This is just a playoff. This shows, this tells, we want your money, and we're going to get your money. That's just my opinion. Now, if I'm a school, and I get it, like me and my stepdad talked about it a lot of times, and I get it for the Cotton Bowl, Ohio State and Miami being in the Cotton Bowl is going to make so much money, and then also Ohio State and Miami as schools are going to make so much money as well alongside with them. So, baby. But at the same time, the game being in Ohio State, they would generate just as much money as anybody. And how great would it be? A fucking late December game in Ohio State, that would be fantastic. The weather will be crazy. People will be going crazy. And it's just a playoff experiment vibe. You can't sit here and say, oh, playoff experience in the first round. It ain't no playoff experience. That's the first round. Second and third round is when you really get your true playoff experience. Like, this is the nitty-gritty. It's louder. It's better. That's just my take on it. I think you should take bowl games out of the playoffs, have the playoffs as a separate thing, then have the bowl games as a separate thing. Give the teams that are ranked 13th through 25th a chance of being important in these bowl games. Just give them a chance of being important, because you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 12 other teams after the 12 that you can just put those ranked teams in those bowl games, and it's going to be good. Because nobody wants to see Vanderbilt in the Pop-Tart Bowl. Nobody wants to see Texas in the AutoZone Bowl. We want to see those teams that should have made it, but they didn't make it. We want to see them on a top pedestal bowl game like the Cotton Bowl, like the Orange Bowl. And it sucks that you take away those bowl games from other schools. It sucks. Actually, this year, I'm not going to lie. This year, I wish. This is the only time that I'm going to say this. Maybe. I'm going to knock on wood, but it's the only time for right now I'm going to say this. This is the only year that I wish number 1 and number 2 was competing for the national championship off rip, like we used to. Because if you think about it, Indiana beating Ohio State. They went to number 1 and Ohio State went to number 2. So that means it's going to be a rematch for the national championship. That would be box office. Now, that would sell a lot. That would have sold a lot. National championship between Ohio State and Indiana. Just a rematch from the conference championship game where Indiana won. What? It still could happen that they might rematch in the championship, but it's a harder path now versus just automatically giving them number 1, number 2. That's just what I think should happen for all the college football. But, hey, it is what it is. We got the rules in place. We got to watch the games. Y'all wanted this. Here we go. And now y'all got it, okay? Before I move on to some predictions, okay? Did you guys see the Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua fight? That fight was a load of what the fucks, okay? I've never seen somebody on their knees for a whole fight as much as Jake Paul was on his knees for this whole fight, man. That shit was nasty. That shit was nasty, bro. And I doubled down and say how nasty that shit was. It was disgusting. Disgusting, you feel me? Okay, but yeah, shout out to Anthony Joshua. Shout out to Jake Paul, man. Like everybody gonna have their opinion about him. I'm not big on him, to be honest. I don't like neither one of the brothers, but they know how to get their money and get paid and to entertain. That's what they need to do and they have to do. And I fucks with it. I get it. It can be a pain in the ass. You don't really like these people, but they know how to entertain, and they entertain very, very well. And I'm all here for it. So I might not like you, but I respect the hell out of you and what you're doing. So it is what it is. All right. All right, tomorrow, Christmas Day on Thursday, Christmas Day. We got Christmas Day NBA action, okay? The first time I'm calling NBA action. I'm going to call more NBA games now that football is starting to end and then basketball is starting to pick up. So we got a lot to unfold, okay? First of all, we're going to start with the noon game that's really going to be 11 o'clock on the Central Time. Cavaliers travel to New York to play the Knicks. The Knicks have been fantastic this year. They won the NBA Cup. Cat is playing great, even though he has injuries. He's had some injuries that kind of helped and kept him out a little bit. Jalen Brunson is Jalen Brunson. Then all of your role player guys from Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, all these other players that are on there, Mitchell Robinson, they are playing their role and they are looking good. The Knicks are looking like they are a team to beat in the East. I still got Philly as the team that needs to win the East. That's the team that needs to win, but the team that's scary is the Knicks. And the Cavaliers are just going to be the Cavaliers until, I don't know. I don't know, man. Cavaliers are good, but they're never good in the playoffs. So hopefully they can turn that around this year. But for Christmas, I got the Knicks actually winning since they're going to be at home. Okay. And then for the second game is going to be the Spurs. San Antonio Spurs are traveling to Oklahoma to play the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Spurs has won the previous two matchups. This is going to be another good game. This is turned into a slight rivalry right now. Chet Holmgren versus Victor Wembanyama. They want to sit here and say they ain't no beef. It ain't nothing. Man, y'all two tall motherfuckers are going at it. That's what we need, though. The way that Victor Wembanyama is saying, oh, it ain't no, like, trying to brush him off like he ain't on my level, and how Chet is like, oh, he ain't on my level. We need that for the NBA. We need to gladiators like that colliding and going at each other. Now, I don't want no extra violence going on, just strictly basketball. And I'm here for it. I am all here for it. But can the Spurs make it 3 in a row? Can they? In OKC? Now, it's gonna be tough. Now the first game was in Vegas for the Cup. Oh well, for the semifinals of the Cup, and then second game was in San Antonio. So this is gonna be in OKC. Can OKC get? I can OKC Thunder getting revenge, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs won and make it 3 in a row. At that point, are the Spurs y'all kryptonite? That would be nasty. Y'all don't want to see the Spurs in the playoffs, apparently. Okay, for the third game of the afternoon is going to be Mavericks traveling down to Golden State Warriors to play the Warriors. Cooper Flag looked fantastic last night. They were playing the Nuggets, I think, and they was looking good last night. Cooper Flag is going to be a problem in this league. Give him some time. He's going to be a problem in this league. I think the thing that you have to do is keep this core together. Keep Anthony Davis. Wait till Kyrie gets healthy, and then you're going to see what you're going to be. Because now, I get it. Number 1 overall pick. You have some good talent around you. Y'all should be better than what y'all are, but it's just hard to count on a rookie to do spectacular shit his rookie year. Let him learn, let him grow, and then keep his weapons. Don't trade Anthony Davis. You traded for him. Keep him there. Don't trade Anthony Davis. Don't trade Kyrie. Wait till they get back fully healthy and then see what you can do with a second-year Cooper Flag. I think a second-year Cooper Flag can help to get that team at least to the Western Conference Finals. We'll see what happens. But I do got the Warriors actually. Oh, wait, is Steph Curry back or Jimmy Butler back? I don't know what their status is about who's healthy and who's not healthy. What's up, baby? Merry Christmas. I'm almost done. Close the door. I'm almost done. Yeah, I'm almost done. I don't know the status about their health issues now. You know what? I'm gonna flip. Thank you, XJ just helped me flip that. I'm gonna actually go Mavericks beating the Warriors in Golden State on Christmas. Okay, now we got KD versus Bron. Houston Rockets travels down to LA to play the Lakers on Christmas Day. I don't know the status of LeBron either, if he's playing or not, but I don't see LeBron losing on Christmas a lot. Like, I've seen him lose a game or two on Christmas. I don't see him losing a lot. I got Lakers actually beating the Rockets, and Fred VanVleet might be back sooner than later. And then for the final game of the night is going to be Minnesota Timberwolves traveling down to Denver to play the Denver Nuggets on Christmas. That wraps up the NBA on Christmas Day. Anthony Edwards is going to be playing Nikola Jokic. It's going to be another fantastic game. I think that's going to be the game of the night, in my opinion. I think so, because those games are always good. I actually got Nuggets being pissed off they lost to the Mavericks last night and winning this game versus the Timberwolves. All right. Now we're going to the NFL. To the NFL for tomorrow on Christmas Day on Thursday. We got Cowboys traveling to Washington to play the Commanders. This game really doesn't matter because neither one of these teams are going anywhere. But just for the hell of it, I need my Commanders, my stepdad Commanders to win this game because fuck the Cowboys, period. Okay. I got Commanders winning that game. Lions are traveling to Minnesota to play the Vikings. The Lions' playoff chances are slim. They need every win they can get, and I mean every win. There's no way you should lose to this Vikings team that has no identity. This Vikings team has no identity right now. They don't know who their quarterback is. They don't, even with J.J. McCarthy back, they don't know who their quarterback is. They don't know a lot of shit. Justin Jefferson is the best player on that squad, offense or defense, by far. Lions, you have to win this game. Lions will win that game. Okay. Then a game that really doesn't matter if you are a Chiefs fan, but it matters for the Patriots. Broncos travel to Kansas City to play the Chiefs on Christmas night. That's going to be the night game for Christmas. Broncos are number one in the AFC, but if they lose this game, the Patriots will take their spot as number one in the AFC. So this game is really important for the Patriots. Patriots are going to be Chiefs fans for the first time in a while for tomorrow. And then on Saturday, we got the Texans playing the Chargers. Texans are traveling to LA to play the Chargers. Texans need another dub to stay afloat and possibly get that AFC South title. They're going to the playoffs, I think, regardless. But just to try to compete for the AFC title, they need to win this game. But the Chargers are on a different level as well. I think if the Chargers win too and the Broncos lose, that I think the Chargers are knocking on the door of taking that division. So it's a lot of drama going on. Saturday is going to be a big time game. But I'm going on with my division brothers. I think Texans can keep it on the roll and beat the Chargers in LA. A pivotal game for both teams. Okay, Ravens travel to Packers. All right, Ravens I think their playoff chances are 1%, 2% if max. All right, and the Packers, they need to win every game they can to help themselves. If not win the division, get to the playoffs as a wild card. Okay, so both teams need a dub for sure. The team that's going to get that dub, I think, is going to be the Green Bay Packers. I think Green Bay Packers is just that better than the Ravens. What's crazy is I actually predicted this game to be my Super Bowl picks. I had Ravens and Packers playing each other in the Super Bowl. Crazy enough that whoever loses here may low-key lose their playoff rights, but it is what it is. Can't wait to see what happens. Okay. All right, and then we are off on Sunday. Battle of the Shitties. We got the Saints traveling to Tennessee to play the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans have been on a roll, actually, of late. Cam Ward has come into his own. Jeffrey Simmons has proved that he's been one of the top defensive interior guys in the league for quite some time. Jeffrey Simmons and DK have made the Pro Bowl. Happy and congratulations for both of them. I have not picked the Titans all year, and the times I definitely haven't picked them, we have won. So I'm going to say the Saints are going to beat the Titans, actually, and we need another loss, low-key, so we can get a better draft spot. I hate tanking, but it is what it is, okay? All right, over and staying in the AFC South, this is going to be a very pivotal game right here. Jaguars travel to Indianapolis to play the Colts. Colts need to win at least one game to stay in a playoff race. One game. You have to win one game. Jaguars win this game, then they're on top of the AFC South, and they're closing their way of closing their chapter and being the AFC South champions. Colts, I'm praying that y'all at least win. I want to see the Colts in the playoffs. I can't sit here and be happy that y'all was like killing in the beginning of the league. I'm sitting here saying y'all one of the best teams in the league to now y'all might miss the playoffs. I don't want to see that happen. So I hope the Colts actually win this game because Jaguars are going to get in regardless. But I hope the Colts can win this game and give themselves a better chance of winning. Okay, an important game actually that nobody's going to be talking about is going to be Seahawks are traveling to Carolina to play the Panthers. Reason why that's important because the Panthers need every win they can. Now, if the Buccaneers win, but the Panthers lose, then we're looking at Panthers versus Buccaneers. That's going to be for the division, regardless. But if the Panthers want to stay afloat, you might as well win this game. You have to win this game, and it's going to be tough because you're playing the Seahawks. Seahawks are just that much better. So, upset of the week, I got it. Panthers beating the Seahawks in Carolina. I think that can actually happen. I think that's going to happen. Okay. Important game that I think is that should be the night game, low key, but it's not. Eagles are traveling to Buffalo to play Buffalo Bills. The Eagles they've been struggling, but they've been good while they're struggling. They've been straight. I don't think they've been like struggling like that though. That's just my opinion. I don't think so. But you know how people overreact. Okay. That's gonna be a good game. I'm not gonna lie. I got Eagles actually coming into Buffalo beating the Bills, and I think that would actually can happen. It might happen. Okay, for the night game on Sunday night, Sunday night. Okay, we got Bears traveling to San Francisco to play the San Francisco 49ers. Bears are looking fantastic. Caleb Williams has shut me the hell up week after week. The 49ers look fantastic. I thought they were going to be done, no cap, and I thought their season was long gone. But they are closing in on possibly becoming the number one team in the NFL or in the NFC. So it's gonna be a crazy race. I keep picking against the Bears. And it's nothing personal, but I just keep picking the Bears. So today, I'm going to pick the Bears. I think the Bears can go into San Francisco and beat the 49ers. And watch, because I say that, the 49ers win. Okay? Fuck. Then on Monday night, baby, we got the Los Angeles Rams are traveling to Atlanta to play the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta has nothing to play for. So in reality, I think that the Rams are just going to go into Atlanta and just beat the shit out of them. But at the same time, even though the Falcons have nothing to play for, they still have dignity to play for. They still have something, a self-level of respect to play for. So they want to win this game. Now, they're not just going to sit down and bend over and fall out. I think the Falcons are actually going to put up a big-time performance in this game. Now, will they win? No. I just think they're going to put up a good-time performance. So I actually got the Rams winning, but I think it's going to be a great fight from the Falcons to the Rams, though. All right. And that's it for the NFL. That's it for my episode of Talk on the Podcast, the Christmas edition. We are here. Christmas is here. You guys be safe. Have a Merry Christmas. Happy Holly Jolly Christmas. I hope you get everything that you asked for, everything that you wanted, even a surprise that you didn't even think you were going to get. I hope that you get all that you need and that you want. All right. Until next time, till next week. Y'all going to see me before New Year's, okay? But until next time, rest in peace to Mamba. Rest in peace to Kobe. Love y'all. And I am out.